Gratitude is definitely a key attribute that we need to incorporate into our day-to-day life. Finding gratitude despite the violence that is going on in the world, despite the traumas, the wretchedness. What can we take from gratitude this week and flip our reality around? Let's see what our first card has to say for gratitude. And here we go. Playfulness. Interesting. When life is really downright wretched and oppressive, it's really hard to find the happy little moments, those specks or flickers of happiness, laughter, smiling, seeing the beautiful flowers, the environment around us. It's definitely a playful attitude when we have gratitude. Because when we're grateful, we can really start taking even the worst situations around us and be able to find a little speck of something that we can say, oh, well, that was worth it. That's something that made things better. And gratitude isn't necessarily saying that we should be thankful for the assholes in our life. Gratitude is saying that we can learn from the worst of experiences, and finding a little gratitude in that moment can take or extrapolate some wisdom in order for us not to repeat those same lessons over and over again. So when we're feeling like the world is oppressive, that is the time that we need to really, really find our gratitude in something, anything, even if it's just looking at your fur babies, your children, looking around your yard work, looking into your home and saying, wow, I'm really grateful that I cleaned my house today. Wow, I'm really grateful how beautiful these flowers look. It sounds really silly, but it's right up there with being able to look in the mirror and say, hey, I love you. That's not an easy thing to do. So to find gratitude is just as difficult as self-love. So that's why we need to make it playful. We need to create a play date, create an experience that we will be able to find a means to extrapolate anything, really. We just need to find anything to be grateful, especially when everything is going wrong. Because once we start to flip our attitude, we can start to see a new perspective, a new direction, or maybe something we were completely unaware of. And finding that gratitude really does bring in that abundance. And finding this energy that we need, let's see what else we can look at when finding gratitude this week. Oh, wow. The Wish card. The Star. This is definitely saying that when we find our gratitude, there is going to be unexpected help. Some type of outside influence answering from the cosmos, the beyond, whatever it is, something is going to be coming and being brought into your reality so that you can find what it is that you need to keep trekking forward. The Star is a positive card, and you can definitely find this expression of these colors that are really being brought into that gratitude energy. And that's a lot of that expression. We're getting really into that throat chakra, really getting into that third eye vibe. So it's really about trusting our intuition and finding that gratitude around us so that we can actually recognize the teachers and the inspiration, the little muses, the fairy godmothers, that billboard sign. When we find that little piece of information, make sure you thank the universe, because it's gonna make life a lot easier to navigate and, as we said, contend with the violence and the destruction that we humans love to inflict upon each other. And when we continue to cause pain for other people, we're definitely not practicing the art of gratitude. So pulling up the last card from this deck, playfulness and finding that gratitude, some extra help from the universe to make life a little bit more exciting or beneficial. But the Magician's here to say that when we learn our power, we can connect into nurturing our environment. So the magician is saying that the energy that you need to seek is calling upon our own conscious will and action. It's going to require our mindset in order to make a difference. The really interesting thing about this card is saying that it's about recognizing our role in what's going on in our reality. Even when someone's being a jerk, even when someone is lying, even when someone's manipulating the truth, we have the power to change how we want to look at the situation. And gratitude is honestly the best way to flip it around, because when someone shows them or shows ourselves their true colors, when they truly show you this is who they are, thank them. Thank them, because they're saving you time. They're saving you time from dealing with their antics. Accept what you see, accept what you hear, thank them for it, and move on. When we find that gratitude, it can allow us to move forward into a new chapter in our life. So the magician is saying that we need to take the action to find the gratitude this week. And if you're feeling like everything is a little overwhelming and there is nothing to be grateful for, even more important to find anything or to choose something and make that be the thing that you're grateful for. And as usual, we have our two animals this week that are guiding us forward. I'm kind of curious to see how this star card is going to be interacting with this animal spirit. Ooh, the black egg. We're definitely talking about that throat chakra. Gratitude is a mental thought, it can be an emotion, but it also can be verbal. When we thank someone else, or even if we thank ourselves for showing up each and every day, that is something that becomes more powerful the more we feel it, the more we think it, and the more we say it. So with the black egg, we really want to make sure that we are speaking from our heart, that we are speaking slow and clear with our intentions and our thoughts. It's letting us know that this is not the time to be keeping secrets. Secrets will eat us alive. So we want to make sure that the small talk, lies, and deceit, how we use our words, that they're really coming from a pristine place. And when we start to use our voice to express our needs and express our feelings, we're really going to get some outside help from the universe to really bring it forward. And maybe that will be the shift or that inspiration that we need to say, what are we doing and where am I going? What can I do now? If you're feeling like you have the spirit animal to the right, ooh, another chakra card, we have the sea serpent. I see a little bit of this eye in the sea serpent. This is definitely part of your second chakra, your sacral. This is going to be about your healing emotional wounds. How can you be grateful when you've been abused? Emotionally, physically, mentally. How can you be grateful when your childhood sucks? How can you be grateful for that awful romance that has set you in debt? How can you be grateful for the asshole that stole from you? It's really hard. How can you be grateful when you've lost someone you love and you didn't think you needed to lose that person that way? It comes right down to is emotional trauma is the easiest way to block our gratitude in our everyday reality. So the magician is saying that if we want to step beyond this emotional trauma, you have to take the reins. We have to take the reins for our emotional traumas. That is part of our life lesson, to be able to understand our motivations, to find our inspiration, to find our passion, to find our heart's desire. Trauma is part of unlocking the keys to our being and what it is that's going to make our heart sing. So as we're going forward this week, gratitude is going to be a verbal expression that we need to express outwardly. Let people that you know that you love them and you're grateful for them to be in your life. Express yourself and be grateful that you are able to express yourself. Expressing yourself is a form of courage, self-worth, and self-love, and be grateful for that. So even if nothing seems to be going right or there's nothing to be grateful for, if you can truly speak your truth, speak from your heart, that is something to be very grateful for being brave and fearless in our expressions. And that's the same thing for the sea serpent. It is about finding those desires, moving towards those healthy boundaries, expressing without fear and shame. When we contend with our emotional traumas, we can really liberate our voice to really make a difference in our everyday reality. And gratitude is the cornerstone in being able to attract the abundance and healthy relationships and amazing experiences for our body and our soul and our spirit to be rejuvenated. So make a play date for yourself, find something fun, find something that allows our inner child to laugh and spark and just feel a little lighthearted despite the chaos that's going on in the world. I appreciate you all tuning in to Awakening Autonomously and choosing to ignore our ignorance and find a little gratitude this week. Have an amazing, amazing, blessed week.